Hi, this is Jonathan. Today we're going to feature something from Blackstar. This is the Blackstar Amp 2. new to this channel, I just want to subscribe to this channel and press the bell for notification of future videos that follow, and be part of Patreon to support this channel. I would appreciate it very much. I want to thank Ying Long and Mike from City Music for passing me this unit for review. While it's been around, didn't get a chance to play around with it until today. Yeah, I'm impressed. So this is the AMP 2. They came out with a previous one, the AMP 1. So this AMP 2, which features a little bit more than the AMP 1. Basically, you have a pedal amplifier, right? An amplifier in a pedal form. So you can incorporate this into a pedal board if you choose to. Now, unit can be run via cab out into real cabs, or a Cab Rig simulation into your interface. And that gives you a whole lot of options. And there is 3 selection of what sort of speaker simulation you want on a Cab Rig. We're going to talk about that later. Now, on the top panel, you'll see a couple of knobs, dip switches that are really familiar if you played with an amp before. So right here, amplifier, you have gain, and then you have bass, middle, treble, and master. You also have a dip switch here, which gives you a choice of 3 sort of amp simulations. The US, meaning the Fender, stuff like that. You have the UK, which would be the Vox, and so forth. And then you have the classic, which the what you call that, the Marshalls, the heavier amps, the Marshalls, the Mesa Boogie, stuff like that. And then on here you have drive, which also have 3 selections for you. You can choose between a boost, an overdrive, or a fuzz. And the controls are there for you to, to select which would be more suited for the sound that you're looking for. And then below, right below that, you have modulation, in which case you have 4 type of modulation. You have chorus, flanger, tremolo, and phaser. Again, the controls are there for you to adjust accordingly to your taste. And right after that, on the right, you have the delay. Again, there are 3 selection, linear, analog, and shimmer. Now, the shimmer delay effect is pretty interesting, because if you hold on to that delay foot switch here, it will kind of like, span, like like what they do with the Strymon and the TC Electronic reverb and delay. So it's kind of like flowing over. Really nice. And then you have the reverb, in which case, again, you have 3 selection. You have room, spring, and plate. Very straightforward controls. Now, if you depress the reverb and the delay button at the same time, you will enter into tuner mode, in which case you have this LED that shows you whether you're in tune or not. In any case, this LED is really useful, because it shows you what you're doing. When you're switching selection with dip switches, it just shows you which parameter you are actually adjusting on. And then you have tap tempo, where you can just tap a tempo, basically. There is a power amp selection for you. You can choose between EL84, EL34, and 6L6. And then on the right hand side, you have the power, where you can, if you're hooking this up to a real live cabinet, you can go for 1 watt, 20 watts, all the way up to 100 watts for big venues, and 1 watt for your bedroom. So on the back, it's pretty cool. You have this small little fan here, which I think is really quaint. On the right hand side, you have the main input, power, and the power switch. And then you have high pot output, which provides 2 9-volt power out into your external effects. Whatever you're using, a compressor or whatever you have, this can power your effects. Right after that, you will have speaker outputs. Right, you can only use 1. So you can either use the 8 ohms or the 16 ohms. And on top, you have a MIDI in and out, or rather MIDI in and through, which they kindly provide. And this is like a 3/4 real small headphone kind of jack. And you can either have it as MIDI in or MIDI through. Right after that, you have the XLR out, in which case you are sending out a balance signal to your interface or to your mixer, which also incorporates the Cab Rig. So whatever Cab Rig selection you have will come out from here. Meaning, if you're going to use the XLR, you probably won't be using a real live cab. And then you have a USB out, in which case you can hook up directly to your door. And then a line out phone, which also functions as a line out if you need to hook this up via 1/4 inch to your interface. And you have the level where you can kind of like select how loud you want this whole thing to be. And on top you have this dip switch, which gives you a selection of 3 cab simulation. And right down you have in and out, right? In, out, and then ascend and return, and a level selection for you for +4 dB as well as -10. So you can hook this up to your external delay and whatever you wish to hook up the time-based units. Now, the simulation of the cabinets can be tweaked via the Blackstar Architect software, which you can download when you procure this unit. And there you can actually see a whole lot of stuff there. You know, you can change what sort of cabinets you want. There's a whole lot of selections, 412s, 212s, you know, single ones, and different errors. And you also have a choice on microphones. And then the room, you know, whether you want the ambient room sound to be incorporated into this cab sim. And of course the EQ, where you can kind of like tweak, you know, a little bit of highs, a little more mids and stuff like that. And then finally you can have a master volume of this so that you can kind of like adjust it in a way that, you know, it's not distorting, it's not breaking up. And finally, you can save this whole thing. You can save it as one of the 3 cab simulation selections here. So you can incorporate your own preference. Like, you know, I want the first one to be a 212, I want the first one, and the second one to be a 412, and the last one to be a single. And then you can have all your various preference, like, you know, microphones, placement. You can have off-axis, on-axis, different mics, and the various EQs that are available. I did not play this through a real live cab because it's a bit of a hassle, and I don't actually have a real nice cab here apart from this amp, this orange amp. You know, and I am looking at this as a pedalboard amplifier where I can just plug it in and play through the PA system or through the FOH if I need to. Very useful in church because this is pretty heavy. I don't see this shifting around on the carpet. It's built like a tank, basically. You know, it weighs a bit. I'll probably hook up a volume pedal or, you know, a controller, and it will work. Yeah, it will work perfectly. So the various controls that you see here is very familiar to those of you who plays with an amp, played before with an amp, and your various stompboxes effects. Very hands-on. You don't have to go into a software if you don't want to. Of course, the architect also let you have on screen whatever adjustments you are doing, and you can also save, you know, whatever patches or whatever presets you have, and then you can recall them back into this unit if you choose to. But as a unit by itself, all I need to do is to save my cab rigs, you know, the cabinet selection that I was talking about with the microphones, various microphones and placement, and just save it into this unit, and I'll just, like, you know, do hands-on, like, you know, like what I would do with amps and stompboxes, like, you know, tweak it, use your fingers, tweak it, and get the sound that you want. Yeah, I think it's a really good idea. For me, I think the one thing that is missing is a compressor. That would really be good and useful. The other thing that I think would be really nice is a stereo output instead of a mono output with the XLR, you know, and then you can have all the effects in stereo. That would be so cool. Yep. Let me know what do you think about this unit, right? And leave your comments in the comment section down below. I think this unit is really great for guys who don't want to lug an amp, you know, everywhere they go, and just incorporate this into your pedalboard, and you can monitor it using an FR monitor. Nice. Units available in CD Music on pre-order. You can call them up and yeah, check with them when is the availability of this unit. For you guys in North America and Canada, I think this unit is out in Sweetwater, Guitar Center, or whatever. You know, just check them out. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Press that bell for notification of future videos to follow and be part of Patrons to support this channel. I would appreciate it. I thank all my patrons for the wonderful love, the wonderful friendship, and the support. Thank you so much, guys. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you real soon. Ciao.